A state of emergency in a remote area of eastern Kentucky. A train derailment causing a chemical fire and concerns about toxic fumes.
We're going to talk about some stuff going on right now, some crazy stuff you guys need to be aware of. You know the demic that we had a couple years ago that started in China? Well, there's another big thing, big buzz going on right now. It has to do with pneumonia. Stuff is taking place over there much like it did before. And there's a big buzz about it. I'm going to fill you guys in on that. We got brand new information. When it's so cold out, expected more rolling blackouts. When it caused so many problems last year, over 200 people didn't make it just in Texas. That's big stuff that we need to know about and be prepared for. Some crazy stuff happening with Walmart, and we might even touch on the latest train derailment, which caused a huge spill, emergency evacuations. Guys, this stuff affects more than we know. The air, the water. Another thing I want to announce in the early part of this video is our biggest giveaway ever. I figure, hey, 'tis the season, right? This monster right here, which could run so much. I mean, look, it's got a 30 amp plug on it. That's how big this thing is. This unit right here, one of my favorites, is gonna go to one of you guys out there. Lots of great information today. Let's get going. Welcome back. If you guys are brand new here to our awesome community where we do prepping tips, emergency preparedness how-tos, and most importantly, we go over news and awareness, stuff that you probably really want to know about and is going to affect you. If you find value in that, be sure to hit the notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. Now, I want to quickly go over some of this stuff. It's getting pretty thick when it comes to winter time. A lot of times winter makes things even more difficult, whether it's a food shortage, inflation, power outages are a big one because it's much harder to stay warm in freezing temperatures than the opposite. And when that happens, let's get this thing out of the way. Having an emergency backup power station, a solar power generator, backup power, especially this big. This can run so much stuff. Like I said, even got a 30 amp plug. You can run your entire camper off this. These things aren't cheap and on a lot of people's wish lists. So I thought, shoot, let's give one of these things away. I have a lot of things that I could be giving away right now, but this one packs a punch because I know for a fact it's actually something that I wanted for the longest time. You can have a power station and have a sense of security and comfort, but when you got one this big, you know you're pretty good. This happens to be the EcoFlow Delta Pro, and I'm telling you guys, it's a beast. And at this size, this is the favorite one. This is my go-to one I use all the time. In fact, this particular one runs my entire tiny house with ease. From the lights, the coffee maker, a small heater, the TV, and even air conditioning. That's why it's such a big giveaway. And what they also did is gave us a bunch of links to other ones. In case you don't win it, they still got some really good promotions that I'm gonna list down in the description below. It's gonna be an assortment of stuff they've got going on and some special links. So be sure to check out those great links down in the description below. So what do you gotta do to win this bad boy? Couple things. First of all, be sure you subscribe because I'm gonna tell who the winner is on Monday. 2, I'd like you to put a comment down below. Let me know what you would use this for in your home. What would be the purpose of it if you were to win it? And 3, do your part, share this video because this community is all about spreading awareness. Anyway, guys, I want you to know I'm super pumped about giving this thing away because it's a big giveaway. It's definitely going to be a blessing to someone out there. All right, moving along, and before we get to the China thing with the new thing coming, which is super important, let's go over a topic that has to do with this machine: rolling blackouts. Texas warns of rolling blackouts to ease the strain on the power grid. The same strategy that led 200 people to their you-know-what during the massive winter storm in 2021 to ease the power strain. At the same time, they're trying to get us all over to electric vehicles, right? And I showed you that one video just the other day where just one charging station running at full bore is the equivalent of running 1,000 homes. How does all this make sense? So yes, it's coming back. The Daily Mail reports the Electric Reliability Council of Texas said it may need to adopt controlled outages if temperatures plummet again, which it's expected to. The state operator adopted the strategy amid the cold snap of February in 2021. A lot of our Texas peeps know about that, in which more than 200 people didn't make it. It's tragic. Blackouts are most likely to take place at 8 a.m. when demand tends to surge. So a lot of you guys either remember seeing it on the news, or you or some of our Texas friends down there that experienced it, and you learned that you had to figure out lighting, you had to figure out how to take care of food, and most importantly, you had to figure out how to stay warm, whether it was propane type of heaters, whether you had power stations or generators. You had to figure it out, and it was the real deal. The real deal. A lot of people didn't make it. More reason to heed the warning and be prepared. SHTF preparedness. Yeah, we want to be prepared when the crap hits the fan. And as some of you guys know, in Kentucky, there was another train derailment. When we thought train derailment season was over, right? Not so fast. The Kentucky governor declared an emergency of evacuation encouraged after derailed train spills of molten sulfur near Livingston. So before we get to the new China pneumonia thing, let's give you guys a quick update that just came out. This is a very recent update today of the situation going on over there.
A state of emergency in a remote area of eastern Kentucky. A train derailment causing a chemical fire and concerns about toxic fumes. Thanksgiving disrupted for hundreds of families. That fire has been extinguished and evacuation orders and notices have now been lifted. ABC's Alex Prochet has more.
Tonight, Thanksgiving upended for dozens of Kentucky families after authorities say a fiery train derailment spilled dangerous chemicals, prompting evacuations.
We're having Thanksgiving tomorrow. Guess we're not. It was just really scary because we don't know how long this is.
Governor Andy Beshear Wednesday declaring a state of emergency in Rockcastle County, about 2 hours southeast of Louisville. Crews spending hours extinguishing flames from the spill. Train company CSX says 2 of the 16 derailed cars were carrying molten sulfur. It releases sulfur dioxide when it burns, which can cause respiratory problems.
A chemical hit me and I had a real bad asthma attack.
Cleanup crews bringing in specialized equipment and conducting air monitoring in the area.
In that immediate surrounding area, there has been no detectable readings since 12:30 p.m.
Tonight, a shelter set up at a local middle school for families, and CSX says it's handed out Thanksgiving dinners for families and hotel rooms to more than 100 people and 40 pets.
Lindsay, authorities say tonight it's safe for people to return home, and a federal team is now on site investigating the cause of that derailment.
When it comes to those spills, air toxicity couldn't be any worse. Like, there's the problems that we see and feel and experience right at the moment, and then there's the stuff that we don't feel. And trust me, long-term effects should be of concern. And that's not to mention the stuff seeping into drinking water, some of the water that fills our bottled water. With the things happening this day and age, you gotta be super precautious. And did you hear about Walmart? Walmart is facing a possible big boycott from the customers. Walmart shoppers threatened to boycott the chain after video shows undercover staff surprising customers at the receipt check. Now, this is a very viral video of the receipt check at Walmart, and it has shoppers questioning whether they should keep going to the chain. In these photos right here, it shows the undercover Walmart employees getting crazy with the customers. And I don't know if you've seen some of the crazy Black Friday mobs, people getting hurt and all that kind of stuff. More reason to order and get your stuff either from the source or from trusted American-made non-toxic companies like the one we promote at switchwithrhl.com. So if you haven't made the switch yet and have stuff coming right to your doorstep and avoiding all this mess, we got some really good crazy Black Friday deals as well. That website will also be pinned in the comments and in the description. Now about the thing that's happening in China, which should have all of our attention if there's any truth to this, which there's a good chance. Alert! Mysterious pneumonia outbreak hits China, impacting children. Hospitals are overflowing with sick children and many schools suspending. Growing concern over the rapid spread of this unknown illness. Similar outbreak hit Wuhan back in 2019. So they're comparing it to what happened in 2019. And when they mix illness with pneumonia, we all should be paying attention. Daily Mail reporting the WHO calls on China to reinstate masks, social distancing, and staying home when ill amid mystery pneumonia outbreak. Folks, now I got whatever this was back in the day. What made it real was when it came with pneumonia. Now, I personally lost friends, and I'm sure some of you guys did too. Do I think that this is normal? Absolutely not. In more ways than one, there's a lot of wrong going on here. But what I can say is when they're talking about pneumonia, that is something not to joke with. Because when I got sick, it was like a normal cold. But when it came with pneumonia. I seriously felt like I was gonna die. It was pneumonia. Pneumonia can be a no joke, serious situation. And for kicks, put it down in the description without throwing words down there to get this video flagged. Throw down in the description if you guys got the illness and if you got it with pneumonia or not. I just want to see how many people dealt with this like I did. Like I said, everything about it spells scandal, man-made and everything else. The crazy part is I know a lot of people that got the pneumonia part and it was not good. So the fact that they're bringing that into this thing, it's definitely getting my attention. So let's see what they say. China must be more transparent on the new outbreak than they did with the old thing, experts say. People of China should wear masks, social distance, and stay home if unwell amid an outbreak of mystery respiratory illness. Global health chiefs have warned cases of undiagnosed pneumonia have been detected at hospitals in Beijing and in Liaoning, a province of 500 miles northeast of the capital. Health facilities are overwhelmed with sick children and classes are on the verge of being suspended, according to local news reports. Now, I can't go into this full report because I'm going to say too many words that I'm already in trouble for. So in this picture right here, you can see all of the kids from school being dismissed in northern China as they're being hit with waves of the mystery pneumonia in children specifically. Now in this video, you can see the Chinese TV show's situation after the outbreak of the respiratory illness. It's turning into a big thing. All kinds of people flood into the hospitals, overwhelming the hospitals. Right here in the mystery pneumonia spreading in schools, like here's a map of kind of the areas that they're seeing it. Now, like I said, the fact that this is happening over there, first of all, starts there, it's gonna end up here, guaranteed. There's just too much world travel for things to stay put. If you guys know how many flights there are a day going here and there and everywhere, things get around and it doesn't take long. But like I said, the fact that they're coupling this with pneumonia, I think definitely should have everyone's attention because it ain't no joke. Anyway, I can put a link of that article down below if you guys want to read more about that. I'm sure you're going to be hearing more and more of this because I don't think this is going away. We're just going into winter. This thing is probably going to go full effect. If you guys haven't switched over, you want a really good vitamin pack. It's the one I've been taking for 8 months now. I think it's the best on the market, but at switchwithrhl.com, you guys can ask about the vitamin pack. It covers all the essentials and also helps fight against the thing that we dealt with in 2019. In case you don't have something and you want to go off of my recommendation. If not that, stay up on all the stuff you know fights against that stuff and keeps you protected. I can't even say some of those things on here because I've gotten stuff removed on that. Trust me, it's ridiculous. But you know what? We will keep on jumping through hoops to get you guys the good information. I'll keep bringing it as I know more. Again, don't forget to do those things so it puts you in for the drawing for this, revealed on Monday. Got lots of good links down in the description below and in the pinned comment. As more comes in, I'll keep you guys posted. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. See you on the next one.